Monday already, I take it.
It is Monday already. Today actually wasn't that bad of a Monday for me for being a Monday, thankfully.
We've had some pretty bad Mondays, so I
I
think
ha I
I think a majority of Mondays will probably top your past couple Mondays.
Yeah, hopefully the rest of the week goes as smooth as today did. I still haven't tried to fix the lathe, but I did get basically everything done that I needed to get done today. I have one more order I need to ship, but otherwise, I think we're really close to being caught up.
Nice. Yeah,
Um,
I'm postponing my pending orders till tomorrow since I leave Wednesday, so I want everything all to
you
go
should
out.
have you should have skids tomorrow,
Okay, that'll
assuming
work out.
assuming they didn't come today. Because there is one pending order that has a dual servo mount and a skid. So if you could
Yeah,
ship the skid with that, that'd be great.
that's kind of
Uh,
another reason I was holding out.
Chat's going good. Welcome everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Rob, wish I would have got to see you on Sunday. Rob wanted to go to RC Fun Park on Sunday, but they got scared of the rain that was gone by the time he got scared of it. So it didn't rain
Uh,
another. It didn't rain another single drop on Sunday after
the initial
about
rain.
9:45 in the morning. So,
Nice.
but I did get the Pace Setter and the Oracle out on Sunday and ran a battery pack through each of those. Again, great trucks, love them.
Planted.
Fun platforms to drive is what they are. They're like a happy. It's just a happy truck. It's a compliant truck. It's not anything that's like super crazy, but they work really well.
Predictability is a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. Indiana weather. It poured at my house till about 1:30. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Rob, after I texted you, what was that, about 11:30 or so, that the rain was gone and the sun was out. It never rained another drop up here. So, and Rob's only what 45 minutes away. So
Yeah.
that's what it is. No, I have not even turned the lathe back on yet. Um, I've been busy and I'm kind of dreading turning it back on if I'm honest. Like, ah, I don't know.
Don't worry,
We'll see.
everybody. I want wheels as much as everyone else.
Yeah. So like I'm on vacation next week and I don't want to ruin my vacation by fucking with the lathe. If that
Or
makes any
learning that
sense.
it's a pretty big deal, and that's gonna ruin it.
Yeah. And then I'll be pissed off all weekend or all week next week about it and I just don't want to have to deal with it before vacation. So when I get back from vacation after next week, I'll turn it back on then and see if I can figure out what's going on with it. But in the meantime, I was dealing with the sticker printer, and I got a laminator for the stickers. So to be able to laminate them, so there's like a clear coat on top of them, so the ink lasts longer and they don't curl up on the edges nearly as bad if they're outside or whatever.
Nice.
Um, so we got the truck, which I know it looks like it's a big rectangle, but it's actually not. It's you peel the extra off, so it's literally like it's just the truck. Um, and then the round sticker, again, it doesn't have the big white ring around the outside of the actual sticker. That's just the extra vinyl around the outside. And then the flag logo ones, again, doesn't have the big white outline around it. It's just the extra from the vinyl. They're all cut nicely around the edges.
Next time you send me something, I definitely need some of the truck ones, but I think I'll take a couple of all of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a handful at least of each one, and then I went ahead. I guess I'll go off screen already.
He's gonna trip and fall.
Yeah. I went ahead and I made 200 of these laminated,
Ooh.
just as like sticker sheets. if you fold them over, the regular like background pops. So because the laminate's kind of thick, so if you try to fold them over, it kind of like pops the it pop the sticker.
Yeah.
So these will just be like regular sticker sheets. They won't be like header cards.
Can't have it all.
Right.
That'd be alright.
Yeah. So anyway, these will be. I'll send you a bunch of these that are laminated too, just for whatever shits and giggles. Welcome everybody. Yeah, Rob, 45 minutes at most. Yeah, he's probably 30 to 45. Wes?
mid trail run, when I was nice and sweat. So.
Nice and sauced up. I haven't seen that, Paul.
Yeah.
I will check that. I will see if I can find that. They look awesome. Thank you guys. These stickers, it's like I put them on the site for $5. Like, this is actually a picture. Wesley took a picture of my truck at Crawlapalooza, my Class 1 truck, and then Wesley hand drew this picture, and then my wife converted that drawing into a vector, and then I printed and laminated and cut these stickers. So like for $5.
That would go pretty dang good on my coolers. Hardware trays.
Yeah, it looks like it froze on the thing. Hopefully it comes back here in a second. Hey, there we go. Now I look ugly. Anyway, so this is the flag logo ones. I know you guys froze when I was still on the truck, so this is the camp logo I was talking about. If you guys still had audio, this is the camp logo I had made, my wife made. So pretty big. Yeah, I'm back. So apparently my Wi-Fi is taking a crap today, so I had to turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. So hopefully the cell signal does well enough that I don't turn fuzzy. The other thing I got this week is a Element U-Tron body.
Oh dang! The controversial body.
Yeah. So it is ugly. It is ugly, but it's not that ugly. I'm gonna do some trimming around the wheel wells and some trimming to the rockers, and it's gonna go on my Pacesetter SCX10 Pro.
How is that with 475s? Is that why you're trimming it?
That's why I'm trimming it. The wheelbase is just a little off, so I am going to have to adjust the rear links to make the rear a little longer. Then I'm do some trimming.
What do they have that set at?
A little bit longer than what I need.
Yeah.
I'm just going to change the rearmost rod ends to JATO ends, and that should do what I need to do.
Nice.
So it shouldn't be that bad. It's hideous. It's not that hideous.
It's gonna be the
It's
new
ugly.
brazen body.
No, it is ugly, but it's not that ugly. It's like me. I am ugly, but I'm not quite that ugly. Like my wife still likes me, I think. I see you drinking some ice water. What's the temperature down there this week?
It's vodka. No, I'm just kidding.
It's vodka, ice vodka.
Yeah, ice vodka. Vodka. Oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's water. It is 105. I think for about the whole week, which is another reason I'm jetting up to Colorado Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be mid to upper 90s here all week this week, so we're fairly close. I'm driving the Jeep again this week because my truck is so much nicer to drive than the Jeep. Like it's so much nicer to drive, but the AC doesn't work in my truck, and the AC does work in the Jeep. So I'm driving the Jeep.
I don't know too many friends that have working AC in their Dodge trucks.
Yeah, like it's
They've not figured it out after the past like 40 years.
it worked fantastic until like midsummer last summer. It started working for like 10 minutes in the morning, and then it wouldn't work for the rest of the day, and then one day it just didn't work at all anymore. But the truck has 240,000 miles on it, 245,000 miles on it. So,
Yeah, you still have that.
Yeah, I just haven't decided to pay to get it fixed yet. I bought a Jeep instead. Cost the same amount of money to fix the AC as to buy a Rubicon. So that was one of the very first things I did when I got in the Jeep to look at it was turn the AC on and be, yes, it works. Because the day I went to look at the Jeep, it was 90, 92 degrees outside, and I drove 4.5 hours one way.
They're like, hey, he's coming to come look at it. Charge up that AC, get it iced.
Yeah. It was steamy in my truck when I got there to look at the fucking Jeep, so I was like, yep, AC is a must.
Heat mark in your shirt.
Yeah, basically. Well, I have ventilated seats in my truck, so that's the only saving grace is you turn the vented seats on. Yeah. Otherwise, it sucks. But yeah, we're getting your weather here today and all the rest of the week. 112 in your garage in Tucson, Arizona. Nope.
Nah,
that's too much. But
when it's at like 2:00, immediately regretted it after like 20 minutes. I was like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. But you guys also don't get the minus 30 like we get here every now and then.
No, it gets to 30 and then people freak out.
Yeah.
Looks like
it is nice. I don't hate the heat. I just prefer to have AC in my vehicle. Like,
yeah,
I don't mind it being hot outside or being warm outside. I've got a pool, so whatever. But yeah, when I'm in the car, I want AC.
Yeah. The only bummer part right now is it hasn't rained really, so the creeks I take the dog to are drying up. One of the main lakes I take my dog to is like 70 feet lower than what it should be at.
Wow.
Speaking of which, hey, come here. I'm going to take your jingle collar off. But, yeah, it's all, I'm okay with it until, like, the water starts drying up. And I'm like, all right, this is kind of sucking.
Yeah. It rained really hard Sunday morning here before Rob and Rick called off coming over this way. It rained from like 4:30 in the morning till 10, and most of that time it was a pretty solid rain. My backyard still doesn't have a whole lot of grass in it from getting the septic done, so like it was like flowing water in the backyard. So now I have like pockets of grass seed on top of the dirt where the water flowed to. So that's real cool.
You have like your tank's gonna float back up to the surface.
Man, I hope not. Them things are deep.
Like, it's gonna look like a submarine.
Big old turd submarine.
Backyard gate. Gonna float up.
No, that's gross. I hope not. But I was telling Wes right before the live stream. I was almost late to the stream. I was out back behind the shop hunting groundhogs. Got a family of groundhogs that's in the lean-to out back, and they dug a hole and they came out right in front of the wood block on the tongue of my trailer jack, of my camper jack. So the freaking wood block rolled down into the hole they dug, and the camper rolled off of the fucking wood block and stuck the tongue down in the ground. So now I got to get my floor jack out there and try to jack up the freaking trailer. Like, I was pissed.
I think
yeah, I checked my cameras this morning, and at like 2 a.m., you see the camper just roll off the wood block and fall down into the dirt. I'm like, really? Because when I drove in this morning, I'm like, what the hell happened to my trailer?
Someone borrowed
the cameras. Yeah, well, I'm like, who hit my trailer? Like, how did that roll off the wood block? No, the fucking groundhogs dug a hole in front of it.
Nice.
Yeah. So now I gotta take care of these things. I've seen them out there for a couple of months now, but I need to take care of them. So my 200-gallon underground water storage filled in 2 days. Normally takes a week of good rain. Did you guys get good rain, or did you just fill it up, Tom? Toby, did you get your machine fixed, or if you call a tech? I haven't even turned it back on yet, man. I was just saying that a little bit ago. I'm on vacation next week. I'm taking the wife and the kid to Gatlinburg for a week, and when I get back, I'll deal with it when I get back. Like I was saying last week, it's a machine that I like having, and it's a machine that I do use, but it's also not critical to my day-to-day business operations. It's almost a secondary type of thing. So it being down for a couple weeks it's not going to kill me. It sucks, but it doesn't suck that bad. It's like having a second vehicle that's sitting in the yard with a dead battery or something, is what it is. Need to put Axial Fest stuff away, and it's 92 in the garage. Looked like, from the videos and pictures I saw of Axial Fest West, it looked like a bunch of people were having a really good time out there. I'm just not sure. I really want to get to Axial Fest West, but I don't think I want to go to Rob's Resort. I want to go somewhere else. The man-made obstacles just don't do it for me. If I want man-made, I've got that around here. I want to go do the cool shit. Like, I think I would probably just end up on the Rubicon Trail. You know what I mean? Like, let's just go out there instead of being at Axial Fest. Let's go out on the Rubicon Trail with a 1-to-1 and take RC cars with us and hit some fun shit. So, rain like hell, about 5 hours in 2 days. High in San Diego is in the 80s. I'll see myself out. Nice, Paul. Yeah. Axial Fest West actually got their trophies. I don't know why Rob has the last 2 years in a row. Rob has not had a trophy at Axial Fest. He has won his class in the Show and Shine the last 2 years in a row. And the one year they had 2 second places, Rob, or something like that, and so they had to send the proper trophy, and then this year the trophies didn't make it on time or something, so they had to ship him his trophy. So 2 years in a row he hasn't received the proper trophy.
No picture.
That he won. So that was it was a great event, minus the midnight guest peeling open my Yeti. I had a freaking Trash Panda at Axial Fest Midwest, Axial Fest Badlands. I've got my trash can that was outside is a collapsible trash can with a zip closed lid.
Yeah.
A freaking raccoon peeled the stitching open next to the zipper and got in the trash can. All it was in there was beer cans and an empty McDonald's bag. It wasn't like there wasn't a lick of food in there. but it ripped the stitching open on my collapsible trash can and got into it.
He was really
But
working.
open it, yeah, yeah. I'm like, wow, cool, bud. You got nothing
Extremely
out of that.
disappointed.
Yeah,
Extremely
there was a McChicken wrapper laying on the ground outside in the morning. I'm like, really, stupid ass. Like,
That's all he was after.
man, yeah. That's all he was after was a McChicken wrapper. 2 third places, and they mailed me a third place anyway. 6 months later, that's what it was. You got second, and they had 2 third place trophies. And then they ended up shipping him another third place trophy when he needed a second place trophy. That's what it was. Yeah. Finally hit 100 degrees here, Theron. I think we hit 100 earlier this year for one day. I think it was 102 or something like that one day. It was like 70 degrees one day, 102 degrees the next day, and like 65 the next day. It was wild. My San Antonio group had an event this weekend, and I got to take my Pacesetter SCX10 Pro for the first ever time running. Worked like a champ. Loving this chassis so far. Nice. Like I said earlier, I really enjoy both my SCX10 Pro trucks, both the Pacesetter build and the Oracle build. They're fun. I personally like smaller tires, so I drive the Oracle build way more than I drive the Pacesetter, just because 4.19 tires. But I like both trucks quite a bit. If Rob makes it up here Saturday, if he makes it over here this Saturday, I'll take both of those out again, and probably my Class 1 truck. Hit 100 today here in Montana. It sucks. I thought living here got me away from the heat. Yeah, but take it while you can get it, man, because it snows like a mother there. That's I'm gonna look up the weather here and see what it's supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be in the mid to upper 90s all week, but $92 tomorrow, 93 Wednesday, 91 Thursday, 95 Friday. So,
how's the humidity?
right now, 54%.
Yeah. See, that
Yeah,
makes
Wednesday.
It, that makes it. That
Wednesday
makes it
is 60.
Yeah.
Wednesday 60. Thursday 64%. Saturday 66%. So yeah, today is 61% humidity. So yeah, we're getting some steam with it.
Yeah. I think it was last week. We had a pretty humid morning, and I went to walk the dog before I went to work, and I was like, "Ugh, what is this?" And it was only like 88 out, but it was like 60-something% humidity.
Yeah, I remember days when I lived in Daytona Beach. I remember mornings, 8 a.m. You open the door to go outside, and you just get hit by a wall of just no thank you, and you just go right back inside. I know, Rob, that my wife has something going on Saturday. I don't remember what time she said, though. Let me see if I can find her text. She's going with the girls from work for something.
Bachelorette party.
No. I think they're going to see the Barbie movie or something dumb like that.
Oh, yeah. I think every friend of mine over like 30 has seen that movie now.
I know she told me she was going. I just don't remember when she told me she was going. And
classic guy thing.
Yeah. Well, if I don't find the message in this next little scroll session on my watch, I'm over it. Yeah, whatever. It was before last Tuesday that she told me, so I looked long enough.
You gave it the old college try.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, or I can just ask her again, and she'll be like, "I already told you." Yeah, I know. So you got links for a 6x6 high-low from Lance.
Yeah, Lance from Hardcore got me going, man. And every time I do links, I'm always like, I don't need that link tool, that rod end tool. And then when I'm doing links, I'm like, I should have got that link tool.
That's so you're doing them the hard way that way. Like if you just hold both of them in your hand, like if you hold them in your hand like this, you can just like twist them instead of like rolling one around.
I didn't take
just
God.
twist it.
I think my dog's gonna end up with a rod flinging at him.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know how to do it. You're doing it the hard way. But yes, absolutely get the TGH rod end tool.
All right. I think we're doing it now. Look, Ma, I'm doing it.
Yeah, but yeah, anybody who doesn't have one of these Team Garage Hack rod end tools, it's got a 1/4 inch drive on the end of it. Just buy one. They're like $10. Just buy one. Even if you only use it twice, it's worth it.
I'm already lazy enough that I don't even make my own links anymore. So what the heck am I doing not having a rod end tool?
Yeah.
People like Hardcore make it hard for me to justify making links when they have pretty good deals on already made links. He's done all the hard work.
Yeah.
I think I seen him post up. He was doing it holding his kid.
Yeah, he had his new baby on his chest while he was packing orders. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you happy with this?
It's much better. It's
Brett likes
it's like chopsticks.
I stuck with those too.
Yeah. The Serba-Tool makes it even easier. So I have a Serba-Tool, a 3D printed Serba-Tool, but it only has the one slot, so it doesn't have like the cross, so you can't have the ball inserted in the rod end, and that's pretty much always the first thing I do is snap the balls in all the rod ends, so that when I'm doing them like Wesley's doing them, you don't mess up the plastic rod end.
Like I'm trying.
So I know that some of the Serba-Tools have the cross in them instead of just being a single slot, but mine only has the single slot, so I don't use it very often. But what I do use is I'll put a rod end on a wrench like Wesley was doing, and I'll still use this and just let it spin the whole tie rod or link or whatever, and so it threads both sides in.
I still call them tie rods.
Yeah, tie rods, links, drag links, panhard bars, whatever you want to call them. But just buy one of these.
You know what's funny? The semis we're building, they have panhard bars, but you know what they call them? Torque rods. I'm like, what is that? What torque rod? What is that? Perpendicular torque? No, it just keeps the axle centered, so it's a panhard.
Somebody's wrong. Some engineer somewhere
is screaming at our live stream.
Yeah, probably.
It's a torque rod.
Yeah, somebody's pissed.
What do you mean torque rod? It annoys me. It's one of those slight things that annoys me at work.
I use the Traxxas tools for rod ends. Ended up with some years ago, and they work perfect. I don't think I've seen the Traxxas rod end tool. Might have to look at it. I don't need anything other than this one though, so I don't know why. I did buy a new tool today because I was building this out of shocks. These like fine sized needle nose work very well for E-clips on the shock pistons. I bought these at the Harbor Fart, Icon branded or whatever they are. I don't even know, but I bought them at the Harbor Fart. They were like $8. You
mean you don't have to like sit on your hands and knees and crawl around the ground trying to follow the E-clip that sprung out?
No, don't have to mess with that now.
Like, oh, there goes that. Never finding that.
Yeah, after building two sets of the SCX10 Pro shocks, I had to do this because I launched one of those E-clips into the forbidden carpet in my basement one time.
Gone.
Yeah, I heard it hit the wall, and I went, not even looking for it.
Not even gonna give it a shot.
Yeah. What's up? Jason made it onto the live stream tonight. Jason, did I? He's a local guy here. Jason, did I see that Laura is peeling the wrap off of her truck already? It's only been we've talked about Laura's truck before. It's gigantic F250. She owns the motorcycle shop down the road from me, so we've talked about her truck before. But she just got it wrapped like 2 months ago, and she's already peeling it off because she doesn't like it.
The color?
It was supposed to be black, and it's like
gunmetal.
like a gunmetal color, and she doesn't like it.
Are you gonna wrap it with the Surfer rules?
No, that's a whole lot of wrap. I don't do that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, she's right there. Nice. Hi, Laura. I'll be nice. Any update on Carbon C1 Pros? I have Carbon, and I have Pro Skids. If I could get Wesley to ship me a couple of dual servo mounts, I can put C1 Pro kits on the site.
I could probably make that happen.
Okay.
Just for you.
Yeah. Just chuck the link in a drill. The bent ones are a challenge. Well, I just use this same TGH tool in my quarter drive snap-on little battery screwdriver, and I just hold the other rod end. Oh God, that thing's noisy. R.I.P. head.
I don't know about this one.
It'll do it.
Guys, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, let her rip, Tater Chip.
Max, yeah, let me shift it in a second.
Yeah, put it in second gear. Hold her wide, dude.
It's gonna end up in my wall.
It's getting painted. That's what I figured. I figured you guys were gonna paint it. I mean, she did all the prep work, or had all the prep work done to have it painted, and then had it wrapped instead. So, yeah, just get it painted. It'll last forever. It'll last way longer than a wrap will anyway. So, and you get to pick the color, then it'll be accurate. So, probably a good choice. Just get it wrapped.
Place that did they have like a good warranty or no?
As for the wrap,
yeah,
I have no idea.
Because people get their car wrapped down here, and I'm like, oh, they also get it like ceramic coated, but I don't know how that even lasts down here with the direct sunlight like it does. Like, man, that stuff cooks paint off cars down here.
Yeah, most wrap places don't have a warranty. But it's kind of one of those like good business practice things. If you have a problem with it right away, like you should probably take care of it. But I know she's had a bunch of issues with 2 different people wrapping it over the last 2 years. So it's probably best to just get it painted.
That'd deter me from getting wrapped. I'd be like, I'm so done with that.
Yeah. It's a big ass truck, and it sits outside in the sun most of the day, so it needs to be painted. But yeah, it was a lady that wrapped it this last time. Talked a big game, but you know how it is. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sure it'll look great when it's done getting painted. I see it I see it every day, so it's sexy as hell. It's a big ass truck. And you should see all 110 pounds of her jump out of it. 5'4", 110 pounds jump out of a truck on 44s.
I don't think I sent you a picture, but I went riding last Tuesday, and there was one of those Mega Rexes at the park, that F250 with like a full Raptor like body kit, and it's on 60s and 46-inch military MTZs or whatever the heck they call them, the Michelins.
Holy shit!
It's It took up the entire parking space.
Yeah.
My friend had his brand new F-350, not dually, and there's like a foot and a half next to that truck, like yellow to yellow, and that Mega Rex thing took up the entire spot. To tell you how big that thing is.
Yeah. Laura's truck's got some pretty wide offset wheels on it too, so it takes up every bit of a parking spot. Ordered links from my high-low build 4 weeks ago, still no delivery. I assume you probably ordered from In the Works then. Let us know, Tom, if you ordered from In the Works. It doesn't really matter, but I'm curious where you ordered from 4 weeks ago that still hasn't been delivered. In the Works, yeah. Man, I stopped ordering from him. It his 3-week lead times turn into 6 or 7 or 8-week lead times, and I can't have that. So I deal directly with Lance at Hardcore now. I don't do anything with In the Works anymore. Unfortunately, I mean, I never had an issue with his links. They were always what I needed, but I can't have the lead time. It's too wild.
I gotta give him credit. He made the first high-low link set, and he didn't he didn't ask me what the heck I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, well,
You know,
when we started with the high-low, that's he was the first one to do the link set for him, but after that, it just and it like I really want to support him. He bought a machine to make links. He bought a Citizen Swiss lathe to make links in house, and I really want to support that because clearly I spend big dollars on big machines also, but
is that his only gig, or does he still have a regular job? I'm not super.
I don't know for sure.
I don't even know what my day-to-day life's like. I don't pay attention to everyone else's.
Yeah.
What am I doing there? I have no idea.
Right. JJ's in here. Hey, JJ. If he would respond to an email, that might be nice. Yeah, just
For me, I responded to a couple this morning. Or wait,
no, he's talking about In the Works. Yeah. Oh, speaking of emails, did you see the one email from that guy that
the walkway?
The what?
The walkway delivery.
The Hawaii.
Oh. No, not that one.
So there are power tools for that, right? Don't get him started. We'll all be deaf with. We don't want to kill our headphone users.
Don't drill and tap DSMs on air.
Yeah,
I think Brett would probably leave. I think he'd definitely leave.
If Harley Designs checks in tonight, today is his birthday. So if you see Josh check in, make sure you tell him happy birthday.
That's why it's been so quiet.
Yep.
Although I've been running around, man, I'm trying to prep for that trip. So I haven't even been. Like I said, I answered a couple emails this morning, and I think I had like a couple DMs. Also, if you DM me, it's probably gonna be a couple days because I'm not really on like Facebook Messenger all that much. So
yeah,
don't think because you're sliding into my DMs, I'm gonna get to you faster. Because it's definitely not the case. I check the brazen email way more than I do my personal messages.
Yeah. I believe Josh is 40 today, not 41 or 42. I believe he is 40 today, the big 4-0.
We're going to need a fact check on that.
Yeah. All I see is him posting pics of him and his wife out playing with their 1-to-1. Yeah, Brent's wife has that tube buggy, and
nice.
They've been out running that tube buggy a lot this year. So yeah, I mean it's definitely cool to see them playing and running their 1-to-1s, but also like if you have a 3 or 4 week lead time, you're pushing 6 or 7 week lead times to actually ship stuff. It's probably time to go home and get some shit done. Like, oh well, I'm over it. So if it were me, I would ask him for a refund and order from Hardcore, and you'll get them in 3 or 4 days.
I gotta say, I gave Lance custom links, and they're well sorted and they're here. I had shipping confirmation within a week, but like I said, I ordered 2 sets, and they're all custom. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, it's nice. Lance orders a lot of links. He orders everything in straight. He bends all those in house by himself, by hand. Well, he's got a bender, but he bends all the links by hand in house. So he just orders basically every different millimeter length. From call it 60 millimeters up to 200 millimeters. He's got basically every link in those dimensions. So getting a custom link set is really just him pulling them off of the shelf and bending them at whatever angles you specified. He's got a pretty good idea of how much length a bend takes out of.
Oh yeah, I bet he's got a system, man. You do a couple, you probably do 50 to 100 links, and you already know.
Yeah, has arms like Popeye. Yeah.
For mine?
Yeah.
No, it's just the
No.
Oh, Lance. Yeah.
Yeah, Lance. Yeah. Oh man, I just pulled up my cameras, and the freaking groundhogs are out back again. I should go freaking snag my 22 and just pick one off on camera.
They're at the shop, right?
Yeah, right out back. The problem is these bastards they can hear, man. As soon as you crack this back door open, they hear you. Take off towards their holes. Customers should always come first when you own your own business. You're absolutely right. To a point. Like, there comes a point where, like, I also have a life. So yeah. We have one customer that's very persistent in DMs, and he's not in the US. So a lot of his messages come through at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night my time, or 5 a.m., 6 a.m. my time.
Yeah. I'll be laying down, and I'll see my eyelids go bright, and I look, and my ceiling is illuminated, and I look over, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and he's very, very persistent. Like, if you open a message, he will immediately message you again and be like, "Hey, what do you think?" Yeah. Anyway,
I can be like that sometimes. I get excited when I get a fresh build, so I can see it, but
yeah.
I kind of shut down on the weekends. I try not to bug people on the weekends.
Yeah,
because I don't like being bugged on the weekends.
Yeah. Have you seen the stuff Jacko Trade is making? No, I've never heard of them. I run my own business. The customer is where the money is. Yes, but the customers are also where the headaches are, and you 100% understand that statement as well. So
everyone watching, it's caused me a migraine. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's all these gray hairs that are coming in my beard. It's from all you guys.
Yeah,
I love it.
Each order. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's great. So it's August, which means we are about 6 months away from being in business for a decade.
Oh yeah. I do have that one project I wish we could do to celebrate.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Maybe 10 kits, 10 years.
That's probably not a bad idea.
That'd be kind of awesome. But I need to know so I can start designing.
Yeah.
Because that chassis is still very relevant. So, it still would.
Yeah.
Or would be. I don't know.
But yeah, we're about 6 months away from being in business for 10 years, which is, I mean, we sell RC car parts. We've been doing it for 10 years. That's pretty good, I think.
Yeah. I still have. Rob was so kind to gift me the very first thing I ever did brazen, which was basically booger snot weld cage.
Yeah.
But I have that in the base, or not in the basement, but I have that in the garage.
Yeah. I'm gonna start bugging the crap out of you guys now. I set all my messages to auto send in the middle of the night now. I mean, you can. I just won't reply to them until I feel like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that name pop up a lot, and I'm like, I'm gonna throttle this guy down.
Yeah. I have strict rules for myself as to what hours a day to answer the phone for clients. If you reply late, it gives them unwritten permission to bug you late whenever they want. Exact. So my first 2 years in business, myself here at my shop doing power sports repair, I use my personal cell phone as a business phone. And when people realize that it's a cell phone, they think that they can message you or call you whenever.
And they
And
start
the
texting.
yeah, so the final straw for me was Father's Day. I think it was 2 or 3 years. I think it was 3 years ago. Father's Day at like 8 p.m. So it's Sunday, 8 p.m. Father's Day.
You're trying
I'm
to
sitting
cook
on
a
the front
burger
porch. Yeah, I'm sitting on the front porch drinking a beer,
in your
and
underwear, most
my
likely.
phone rings. Phone rings. I see it's a customer, and I don't answer it. And he calls immediately again, and I don't answer it. And he calls immediately again. So I'm like, really? So I answered the phone. I was like, what? That's literally how I answer the phone. What? And he's like, well, damn, you don't have to be a dick. I'm like, bro, it's Sunday at 8 p.m. on Father's Day. There is not a goddamn thing on your motorcycle that is worth you bugging me in the next 12 hours. I'll be open in 12 hours. Call me back then. I'm not ever calling you again. Perfect. Don't ever call me again then. So then I got a shop cell phone, and now it's set to, it has auto hours on it, so it goes into do not disturb on its own. So note to self for anyone who ever is in business for yourself: do not use your personal phone for anything. My top customers call 24/7. Banks, do you like getting money from the machine? He must not have heard the first time. Better call 6 more times. That's exactly what it was, man. I'm like, dude, really? You're gonna call me 3 times on a Sunday on Father's Day? Like, no, I don't need that. And what he wanted was like a tire change or something. I'm like, dude, I'm not changing a tire on a Sunday at 8 p.m. Period. And you're so I charge $85 in labor to mount and balance a tire on the bike, which I'm actually profiting what, $60 after taxes. Your 1 hour of labor is not worth me dealing with this on a Sunday. Like, not happening. Gotta run, guys. Service call. These people think they pay me to do something. Nice, Rob. Well, we'll see you. I'll see you Saturday, Rob. Let me know when you're coming up, and we'll head up to Fun Park and have fun.
See you, Rob. I'll see you Sunday then, if he's seeing you Saturday.
After billing 175 per holidays and 250 per, yeah. I wish I could bill like that. I wish I could charge like that. But like, the other thing with like everything that I do is like, I try to put myself, and it's a terrible thing to do. I try to put myself in the customer's shoes. Like, what do I think this is worth? What do I think this job is worth reasonably to pay? But then you end up in a situation where like it took me, 2, 4, 6 hours worth of labor to do whatever it was, which would realistically be, $2, $3, $400. And but I only want to charge, I think to myself, man, I'd only want to pay like $195 for this. So then you charge them $200, but you cut your own throat because you had $600 technically in it. So it kind of sucks. But at the same time, I hate handing somebody a huge bill too. So grief
Yeah.
to revenue ratio has to be correct to mess with it. That's a good way to put it. Airlines go down, they need someone now. That's true too. Yeah. When I'm home, I'm home. That's yeah. So I've done pretty good about not answering the phone or whatever when I'm home now. I leave the shop phone at the shop, and anybody who has my personal cell phone now at this point is somebody that I'm willing to talk to. So
Aw.
I still get
What?
the
Oh,
occasional.
sorry, man.
Oh, that's how I answer the phone when my phone. That's how I answer the phone when my friends call anyway. So
What?
yeah, what do you want?
Hey, man.
Don't you?
Did you send those header cards my way? Sorry. Bye.
I'm skinny dipping in my pool. Oh man, 95 an hour for me. Yeah. I'm at 85 an hour here at the shop for power sports stuff, and realistically, I should be in the 100-ish range. Most of the other independent shops around here are in the 100+ range. So the Harley shop, I think, is 130 down the road. So you know, I should charge more than I do. I quit doing carburetor cleans because people don't want to pay enough for that, so I don't mess with carburetors anymore. That was one of my major money losers was carburetors. Need a pair of pliers there, bud?
No, this actually works out good, except for that one that one particular rod. No, you just slide the little ball in down there and push down.
Yeah. That was one decision that I'm still not on board with for Lance is the Vanquish rod ends instead of the Traxxas ones.
I like them when I'm working on Vanquish axles because of the gap that's. But
Yeah.
uh,
I just every time I've used the Vanquish rod ends, I've always had them stretch faster than a Traxxas rod end. But I also see it
their
from
plastics figured out pretty good, man.
yeah, but I also see it from Lance's point of view too, where Vanquish has them in stock all the time. It's never been an issue for him to get rod ends. Where there has been times where Traxxas has been out of stock for months at a time. So when you have a business that is directly dependent on rod end inventory, when the manufacturer doesn't have them, it's can be difficult.
I think I found my new way of putting the ball on.
You just put a bunch of them on there.
Yeah, just yep. And then you push.
I mean, whatever works. Yeah.
So yeah, that's done. All right, guys, have a good one.
Wesley's out of here. He said, "Fuck you guys."
Adios.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I don't mind. I don't mind replying to messages and whatnot after hours, but phone calls. Don't call me after normal bankers hours. Like,
I think a couple times I've called you and been like, "Oh yeah, he's an hour ahead." Oh crap.
yeah.
What?
What do you want? It's 10 o'clock.
It's 9.
Yeah. My kids all had Traxxas RC, so rod ends are available to me. Well, most of the time, Traxxas rod ends are available, but when they're not, is when it sucks. I've had times when I couldn't get them either, and I wasn't happy about it. So, whatever. The phone. Yeah. I don't even know. You know what? I don't even know where my shop phone is right now.
You have 75 voicemails.
Maybe that's why I got so much shit done today. Is my shop phone not even on?
Charge that
Like,
thing.
I probably have. Damn, where is that thing? And the shit part is I can't even call it right now either because it's on Do Not Disturb.
You gotta wait till morning to call your own phone.
Dude, I don't know where it's at.
Where's my car?
It's not plugged into the charger because the charger is plugged into my phone currently. And this is my personal phone, not the shop phone. I guess I better find that tomorrow.
Everything can wait till tomorrow.
Yeah. My kids have been out for 25 years or more, and they fill the garage full of crap now. So my mom, I've got an entire. I had to build a shelf, up there for trophies, and like it's kind of hard to tell how many trophies are there, but there's a lot of trophies there. And my mom and my stepdad showed up here one day, and they're like, "Hey, here's all the trophies out of the attic." And I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "We're cleaning out the attic." I'm like, "All right. What about the ones in the basement?" She goes, "Those are fine for now." So, like,
are they just buried or what?
they're
like,
just in bins, dude. I had so many trophies. I mean, I raced dirt bikes from like 1990 to 2005, basically at least once a month, usually twice to three times a month. And I was a pretty decent rider, so I normally came home with a trophy or a plaque of some kind. And we never really got rid of a bunch of them. But like, Honda Moto 516, Laura and Jason, their family owns a place that we used to race at a lot, and there was a lot of times where we would take trophies back down there and they would disassemble them and mix them back up and whatever and reuse trophies. They'd get plaques.
They would new cross out the name Brett. They turn it into what?
They never had your name on them, but they had like whatever Riders MC or whatever Plymouth Blackhawks or whatever the place was, and then like second or third or first or whatever place. So they'd get new plaques for them, and just so a lot of the trophies went back down there to get reused for other things. But I probably still have, I'd say in the neighborhood of 400 or 500 trophies and plaques, and there's probably 200 of them still in my mom's basement. So I'm waiting for the day that they show up with those out of her basement too.
Stuck forever in the basement.
Yeah. People leave bad reviews on Facebook if you don't answer them. Like, you don't know what time it is. I actually, Jason, I think Jason and I talked about this. That's why he said that. But I received my first 1-star review for my shop, and it was when I was on vacation. My voicemail said that I'm on vacation, but this person left a 1-star review that said no one answered when I called them. But the voicemail said I was on vacation. So, I mean, you can't please everybody.
No excuse.
Yeah. I had a customer once that wanted the boss's cell number. I wouldn't give it up, and he was so pissed. Yeah, that's not something you do. If you want the boss's number, you call the actual business and bitch enough till the receptionist lady gets pissed and gives it to you. I love sand. So Jason, that's pretty much what the entire property down there is, where their family owns, is pretty much all sand. But it was fun. It was fun while I raced it. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, it's still going, so it's not like while it lasted, but yeah. So anyway, that's my reaction to your kids piling shit in your garage. Is I still have a bunch of shit in my mom's basement, and I'm gonna be 37, so I don't feel bad for you. That rear axle looks really far back, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the spacing. Hey man, I worked in CAD. That's got to be perfect the first time.
Okay. Sure
CAD
you didn't
says
mix
it
those up.
works, man.
Those rear lowers look like they should be the middle uppers.
Not according to the stickers, man.
Okay. I moved the camera and now it's all jacked up. The mount's all loosey goosey now for some reason. Keeps moving. They do HVAC. The list of entitled assholes is long. Man, HVAC has to be just an absolute thankless job because like everyone believes it's an emergency to them when their heat or AC doesn't work. I'm the same way. If my heat or AC is out, you better get your ass there now. But
Yeah,
I'm
we
also
heard you
willing to
last
pay.
week.
Yeah, yeah. But I am willing to pay when that happens.
Yeah, so my goal with this was I think I did 5.5 inch center of the second axle to center of the third axle. So we'll see how
So
close that is.
so just enough room for a decent set of 475s.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was 5.5. That's what I think the last 6x6 we did was. And if you got a 2 point, we used to be bougie. We used to do 5.5 inch second to third axle for 475s, and then we'd do a 6.5 for the bigger 2.2s.
Yeah.
But that was just like a lot. At that time, it seemed like a lot of inventory to be keeping, but I guess that's nonsense now. We have so much more stuff in our catalog versus what we used
I
to.
was I was just looking on the website the other day. We have 110 active part numbers and 112 non-active part numbers.
And then my boss wants me to work Saturdays sometimes. I gotta keep up on this stuff.
Yeah. Yes, they bellyache like they're the only ones that have an issue, or cry saying the little kids can't handle. Truth is, little kids don't care if it's hot or cold. Parents buckle way before kids. That's true. Yeah, absolutely true.
That man knows
More,
exactly
more
how we
so,
are.
more so, yeah, more so hot than cold. Like my son doesn't give a crap if it's warm in his bedroom, but like I can't go to sleep if it's 80 degrees in my bedroom. That's not happening.
I'm like that
Was that
too.
last week or 2 weeks ago? That was 2 weeks ago
I
that
think it
the
was
duct
2 weeks.
cleaning the duct cleaning guy fucked up my furnace.
That was one of
Yeah.
your other Mondays.
Yeah, that was 2 Mondays ago.
Your awesome Mondays you've been having.
Yeah, the duct cleaner guy had the furnace filter out and knocked a bunch of shit down into the furnace, and it sucked it up into the furnace, and it quit working.
Deny.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Deny.
Wasn't me. Was
Yeah.
his name Shaggy? All right, I'll
I
stop.
don't even remember. I don't even remember what his name was. It really doesn't matter. But all that matters is I did not pay him. I did not pay him for cleaning the furnace out. I paid him for the duct cleaning, but I did not pay him for having to have the furnace cleaned. Darwin, I missed the notification of going live. Sorry about that. I did earlier when I set the live thing up to begin with. I forgot to click go live together, so it did not have a link for me to send Wesley to join. So I had to redo it, but that was a couple hours ago. So that could have maybe screwed something up for you.
And I wasn't super proactive about getting the thumbnail pic from you to post it all up. So.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't do it until like 4 o'clock anyway, so I'm not sure it would have made a whole lot of difference.
I think I texted you. Was it 4:30? Hey, live
Yeah. Well, that's when I checked. That's when I checked the live thing because I was going to send you the link, and I realized that I couldn't send a link, so I had to redo it. But man, I was busy all day. I was just nothing actually went wrong today for once on a Monday, so it really wasn't that bad.
I must admit, I was pretty busy at work also. Just kind of vibed out, got stuff done.
Yeah, I had the music cranked today.
Pat on the back and got out the door.
I got a batch of skids done and shipped for another vendor, TF2 skids. So if you know whatever vendor is the most common TF2 vendor that has Delrin skids, I finished those up for him today, and they are out the door on their way to him. So those should be on his website in the next few days. Out of New York. Someone else's issues. I didn't do it. I love half-ass people. Yeah, and that's basically what it was. Is like he finished cleaning the ducts and he left, and I got home and I'm like, man, it's the AC set to 72 and it is 79 in the house. And I went and put my hand over one of the vents, and the vent was cool, but there was no airflow coming out of it, and so I called him. I'm like, hey, man, freaking AC's not working. So he comes in, he puts his hand on that. He's like, it's flowing. I'm like, dude, no, it's not. Like, that thing normally ruffles the tablecloth of the table right above it, and you can put your hand on it and feel that there's maybe cold air coming out of it now. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, dude,
you forehead, there's sweat on it. We're not like right now.
You clean ductwork all day, every day. You should know how much air comes out of a duct on a normal system. Like, anyway, I digress. That dude pissed me off right quick. As soon as that happened, I was ready to tell the dude, just get the hell out of my house. Like, whatever.
Did you leave him his first 1-star review?
No, I didn't. Look, I mean, bottom line is we all make mistakes. I mean, shit happens. I have certainly broken my fair share of things, but I've always taken care of them. So a lot of times it's how you handle something, and he didn't handle it the way I thought he should have handled it. But that was 2 weeks ago. It's over now. Everything works, and I haven't heard from him since. So whatever.
So there's a good ending to that story. The saga of the vents.
Yeah, that's the saga of the vent of the duct cleaning. Was the guy plugged up my furnace with his shenanigans. Worked fine before he started, and it was plugged up when he finished. So.
I'm doing the old where the heck did my hardware go game. It was here a minute ago. It worked when I got here.
Yeah. I had all this hardware on my bench before we started the video.
It was all right here. I blame the dog. Bear, it's your fault. Your big old tail.
Donate the old trophies. That's what I did. I used to donate them all back to the club. Got to be too many of them, man. Well, Jason's been here. He's seen my shelf. It's actually bowing in the middle of the shelf now.
Now you're bragging.
It's built with 1x1 steel square tubing, and it's bowing in the middle. So it's there's plenty of trophies up there.
man, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good.
Don't have enough hardware?
No, I'll make it. I'll make do. I was just trying to do it the right way, you know? I do it the ghetto way. Ghetto.
It'd be cool if you quit knocking that over. It's pretty loud in my ears.
Oh, headphone users, beware.
Yeah. What is Wes building? Wesley is prototype assembling. Yeah, Wesley is assembling prototype high-low 6x6 right now.
So there's been one built already, but I'm trying to make sure that, I got these links from Lance, a vendor, so I'm making sure on the vendor level, I'm not going to say they're good, and then he gets all this feedback. They're not good. What's going on with these? So
Right.
I don't want to do that to poor Lance. So I'm getting them, testing them for everyone. I'm confirming they fit before I send everyone his way.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
So basically, you lost the set screws for that skid, huh? That's what you did.
You're all right. You're watching pretty closely, then I see. You know exactly when I rip out like a 40 mil screw. You know what went down.
Yep.
Said it's a getaway. I'm not proud. I'm not proud of the way I am sometimes. Hey man,
that's what it is.
If I were in the field right now, good to go.
Yeah.
I'm just sad I'm doing this live on a stream with all my stuff around me. Also, I just don't want to be digging around in every single drawer right now because this thing,
they're somewhere.
This soft thing hits the table and you're wincing your ears.
Yeah, soft. It's nice and soft. Yeah.
Nice soft rubber mat.
Yeah. I got to call back to job. IT people installed new hardware. I was told to provide network cables. Okay, IT guy, we always install new patch cables with PC install. I looked and laughed and walked out. Yeah. Whoever did the IT wiring in this building was
no, I'm just kidding.
They were a A to B type of person. And
A to B. Oh, they just go straight across.
Man, they got it from where it was to where it needed to be, however it got there. And
okay.
It is what it is. It all works, but like it is not pretty. I always envy the guys that like a buddy of mine, Ben, is an electrician, and the panels. Every time he installs a panel, it's like artwork looking at the inside of this panel, and for whoever has to work on these panels after him, you know, they're going to have an easy time figuring out what goes where and what went to what. But then there's other guys who just, as long as the wire's hooked up, it's hooked up. You know what I mean? If the Pixies can get through, the Pixies got through, and that's the type of people that did this IT install instead of somebody who cares about aesthetics or making it easy on someone who has to do a repair.
That's my thing, being, having worked for Toyota for like a decade. I try to make stuff to where it is easily serviced, or like with the semi stuff I'm building, can be accessed, or it's tidy and easy to understand where it goes.
Yeah.
So it might take a little extra time, but I am paid hourly now, so I can feel good about my job and do a nice tidy job the first time.
Yeah. Pretty pays more, cheap is cheap price. Well, sometimes. If you have somebody who's capable of doing it nicely, yes, they charge more, but I'm not sure that these guys were capable of making it look nice either. So.
Shots fired.
Is the high-low chassis the same length as the mullet? I have a capper cage sitting around and was thinking a chopper with a leafed rear would be cool.
What was it?
No.
Same link?
Length.
Uh,
The leaf mullet is longer by
yeah.
quite a bit.
The leaf one's no go. But the rear links work for the hybrid, and then the front and rear links work for the linked one. If you're a stickler, you could do a longer rod end on the front axle to get a little more wheelbase, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Everything.
but as far as the
The full party.
leaf spring,
I would. You could do front links on the full party, but I would stick with leaves for the rear for sure.
Yeah. Too many don't appreciate quality. Yeah, and a lot of people, this building, I mean, you guys can see it's a fully steel, steel interior building, and like it has, all the steel panels are decent. The screw lines are reasonably straight. The J trims are all reasonably straight, but they didn't take the time to line up the sidewall ribs with the ceiling ribs. And that drives me batshit bonkers. Just line up the damn seams. That's all you got to do. Just line up the ribs. Make it a solid line. Go all the way. Just make it go all the way over the building. Like this one that's right in front of me is straight. This rib that's right in front of me, and I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see on camera or not. It's straight over there, but it's not on the other wall. So like, you almost got it.
They almost.
You almost made it nice.
Hey man, they put that wall up on Friday afternoon, dude. That's what that was.
But like, I've grown up around guys who are all very good tradesmen, and they're all very good at what they do, and they all take very good pride, quite a bit of pride in their work. So when I see things that like, I'm like, it would have taken you an extra 5 minutes in your layout to do it better. I'm not even asking for perfect. Just
sounds
try.
Like
just try. That's all you gotta do is just try. I'd be taking that shit down. I've thought about it.
Inspirational nights with Brett tonight.
Yeah. It would drive me apeshit. As long as you don't actually sit and look at it, like when you're really mad about something else and you just have to sit down for a couple of minutes and you sit down and you look up at the fucking ceiling and the seams are, it just makes you go, oh, I can't.
The blood pressure is going up.
Oh man, it's wild. It's wild. You gotta take pride in your work. I was raised that way. Same as me. And like when the electricians did the wiring for the lathe behind me, it was the same electricians I used to work for, and the same electric company that my buddy Ben used to work for also. So, he was trained and I was trained. When you're doing switch panels, the screws always match. Whether you're a horizontal guy or a vertical guy, the flathead screws are always either horizontal or vertical in the whole house. Period. The breaker panel was nice, neat, tidy, always labeled in legible text. And if you are not capable of handwriting legibly, you print a label and you put a label on it. So it's just, so these guys, when they wired the lathe, the piece of EMT across the ceiling was laser straight. They, take the time to set up a laser and make the EMT straight on the ceiling. It's just things like that it only took them an extra couple of minutes to do it right. I wish everybody would do that. So many people are oblivious and will never notice that stuff. That's true. A lot of people don't notice or they don't care that much. But just it bothers me.
Yeah, if you do that, you're going to get blasted on a 2-hour YouTube live.
Yeah, 2-hour YouTube live that 24 people are going to see.
Duct cleaners in Brett's area, beware. Oh man, that's that Brett guy. I have an appointment to clean his ducts. next fall.
Yeah, I'm not going to that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, whatever. Looks like it's coming along pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, this is the first and second axle are, of course, going to be good. The third axle that looks a little more than 5.5 inches. I'm curious as to what that measures out at. So I'll probably be shortening that, maybe 26 mil from what I have on there. I wonder if I wonder. So my look is I gave those link measurements with the rod in length, or like eye to eye. Um, so maybe they're.
Say it looked like it was really far out there.
I was hoping my camera was more fuzzy than that, and it wasn't that noticeable.
No, my camera was the fuzzy one this whole time, but for whatever reason, it just came through as clear. So I don't know. Maybe my Wi-Fi came back.
Yeah.
I do that with Phillips screws. It's either a plus or an X. Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter which one you choose. Just make them all the same. Like I always did all the switch plate and recep screws vertical. Or flathead screw. I always did them vertical for whatever reason. Just symmetry, I guess. But I'm trying to remember when the last time I wired a house was. Probably would have been 2005. Maybe, yeah, probably mid 2005 was when I left the electric company. So it's been a minute. I've told Foreman that I'm in the middle of fixing a leak during lunch break. He says he didn't take the inspector in that room and we passed. Gotta love construction. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Houses that shouldn't have passed inspection that did just because somebody didn't even go into a specific room, or something wasn't completely done and you just tell them how you're going to do it. You tell them the right way to do it and they go, okay, yeah, cool. And then you just do it however you wanted to. Good night to all. See you, Jason. He's got to be up early for work, so talk to you later, buddy. Did I lose audio? Can you hear me? Wesley? Can you hear me?
Am I back?
I'm good. Oh, you're black now.
Well, one of my team drivers obviously doesn't know we do a podcast. He's trying to call me.
Oh, great.
Here we
Remember
are
what
with
happened
phone
last
call dilemmas.
Remember what happened last time you got a phone call?
Yep. So I guess
you had to completely had to get out and come back in.
Yeah, I guess we'll do that.
Yeah.
There's more to me than just the sound of my voice, unfortunately. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll X out and then invite me back.
All right.
I'll just try and follow the link. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what you did last time.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. Well, we're gonna lose Wesley for a minute or two. It says on my end, guest left, so he's got to get completely out of YouTube and shut it down and go back into his email and click the link to come back live to rejoin the live stream. So stick with us here for a minute or two. Lost West. Yeah, he'll be back. Racist because he's black now. He's blacked out. Yeah. Oh man, my back's about had enough today. I've spent all day on my feet. I got here at about right around 7 a.m. this morning, and it's 9:30 now, 9:25 now. There we go. Wesley's back.
Wow, we got this down.
You're
Team
only going
drivers,
for
and, team drivers and scam callers don't stand a chance. They ain't stopping this.
Who was calling you?
Austin Burkett.
Oh,
He
damn
knows
it, Austin.
better. What the heck?
Yeah.
Sent him a text saying never again. Blocked.
Blocked, vanished, fired, off the team.
Fired. That was your one infraction for the year. Done.
I'm gonna message the group chat and tell him he's fired.
The third axle, they'll get shortened for sure. I think by over an inch, probably an inch and a half. Unfortunately, I only have two crusty AR-44 axles, so we're not doing a third one. We know that one's good. Yeah.
So you gave him eye-to-eye lengths, and he thought you meant link lengths.
And I didn't specify, so
yeah.
Blame myself. And actually, I got these because I was gonna do another F10 build. I actually got these spec'd out for F10s, and they still work pretty good. And I definitely know that this length I gave him is bad because I got the 12.5-inch wheelbase because I'm anticipating that FJ body because that's a longer wheelbase if I remember right.
Yeah, that's a big body.
Big old
body.
Just
like this U-Tron. She's a big old ugly girl.
Yep.
She's a big little ugly. I'm gonna put a sticker on the roof that says "Lil Ugly."
Make me one that says "Lil Ugly number 2" or something.
Yeah.
Also,
I do like that the taillights are bolted together and the grill is also bolted together to like sandwich the Lexan between it.
Nice.
Tom
corrected
me. However,
12.8.
Yeah, 12.8. Yeah.
I'll have to make do. I'll have to figure out that extra quarter inch or so.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, quarter inch. Not that much, right?
Yeah. I'm a fan of the U-Tron body. Yeah, I don't. It's a little ugly. It's a little ugly, but I don't hate it. I'm not 100% offended by it.
So if you Google FJ Cruiser truck, I believe there's a yellow one that comes up. That guy's like local to Austin, Texas, because I've seen that truck multiple times, and I stop what I'm doing each time because it's so weird to see in person.
Yeah.
And it's a clean. It looks just like that. There, it's such a clean. I don't know who did it. I don't know any information about it. I've just seen it while driving, and I'm always like, "What the heck is that?"
Yeah.
Who chopped those up? Because those are still like $34,000 if you try and buy one right now.
Right.
They're like collector's items.
Yeah. TRX long rod ends. So actually, we use the Jado, Traxxas Jado rod ends. They're quite a bit longer than the factory 5347s. No. So this is the part number for the Jado instead of the Revo standard. There's actually three different length rod ends with Traxxas. The Revo rod end, which is your standard rod ends. Then your TRX4 rod ends are a little bit longer, and then the Jado rod ends are the long ones. So you can adjust your wheelbases depending on what rod ends you want to use. I'm going to have to run these Jado rears or these Jado rod ends on the rear of my Pace Setter truck to run this U-Tron body. It's going to get cut up. I'm going to cut a lot of the fender flares off of it, and I'm going to cut the rockers off up to the angled sliders, so it'll be angled the same angle as the sliders, and cut the where the bumpers are off. So
I'll probably do about the same. I'm thinking Crawlapalooza build. It's either that or I'll hack that 80 series body up live. Everyone can see me botch that up too.
Yeah.
I
Cut it
don't
up.
do body work that well.
Yeah.
Nor do I measure lengths properly.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve. Like I said, the regular Traxxas Revo rod ends are the 5347.
Sounds right.
Um,
I don't think I have
5347 is your standard Revo, and it's similar to like the Vanquish rod ends and the SCX10 rod ends. They're similar in length they're all, reasonably similar. And then the 5525s are 10 millimeters longer or so. No, they're not 10 millimeters longer. Probably 7 to 10 millimeters longer. Without opening up the 5347 rod ends and looking, they're 7 to 10 millimeters longer.
Perfect.
Those are all for 4 millimeter hole. If you have a 3 millimeter rod end, or like your DriveTech shocks or your Traxxas big bore shocks, you can put these rod ends on. Or if you're doing like a cap mod, you run these rod ends on the shocks. Or if you're running a small diameter, a 3 millimeter link, like we used to run like 3 millimeter titanium links for diameter and for weight reasons, you would run these little rod ends on them. If you're running an M3 rod end or an M3 link, you wanted a short rod end because the strength of the plastic wasn't very strong. So they needed to be short. Harley Designs, what did I miss? Everybody remember today is Harley's 40th birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for checking in on us on your birthday.
Should I tell him that his birthday present is 7 weeks birthday?
That's funny.
First, his trike. We'll get trailer leaf springs and convert his trike over to leaf spring suspension.
I think we should all start a petition to make Harley come to Ultra 4 to King of the Hammers and bring his trike to race the Ultra 3 at night.
Did you see one of the dudes get flung out of the bowl?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It happens every year. Those dudes go.
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I sent Harley that video actually. I know I did, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, those dudes. They rip all night long, hammered drunk, all night long.
Have that thing just pinned.
Yeah.
I'm switching the links around, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to yield me the results that I'm hoping.
No. My trike is so ill-equipped to race there. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You've got plenty of power. You afraid of some ATC 70s?
I'm kind of afraid of ATC 70s.
Yeah. All it is a drunken shit show anyway. It's not like anybody keeps track of who's the fastest.
What you actually go there for is King of the Hammered. You don't go for King of the Hammers.
Yeah, King of the Hammered.
That's the only award.
So, in King of the Hammers news, last year, to race side-by-sides or to race 4,800, the entry fee was $1,200, and then it was an additional $300 to qualify, and it was an additional $300 for your pit spot, and it was $125 a person at the gate or something like that. So it ended up being like a $3,500 week plus fuel to drive there and back, which was about $5,500 in the toter. This year they have a handful of sponsors who stepped up to cover a large portion of the purse money, which was a large portion of the racers' entry fees. So last Wednesday, I think, at 1:00 or 3:00 or whatever time it was, they opened up a log or a registration portal, and the first 50 entries was $25. The second 50 entries was $50. The third 50 entries was $100. The next 50 was, $200 or whatever it was. So they did like a progressing cost. So like a bunch of guys who, are used to paying, upwards of $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 to race hammers, were able to sign up for, sub $500, which was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
I thought that story was gonna go the other way for sure.
No, it's super cool. It doesn't help with the fuel cost to get out there, but it definitely helps with the race entry fees. So I think my buddy Sean with the 4,800 car, I think he ended up in like the $250 range or something like that for signing up instead of $3,000 like it was,
Yeah.
So quite a bit of price difference, which was really cool. Ouch, did he lose a limb or not? Oh, just knocked out, nap time. No, they dig like a berm. They don't dig. They just race around in a circle until they end up with this 3 or 4 foot, basically wheel of death circle. It's hard to screw up when it's like a Talladega or it's like a Bristol banking in like a 16th mile circle around a bush. There's usually a bush in the middle or something that they race around, and you just get launched out of it, get shit whipped out of it when you screw up hard enough. Just get launched. It's pretty cool. I forgot AR44 had 6x6 axles. Yeah, you can do the pass through for the middle axle. I told Austin in the group chat he's fired. He says, "Why?" Oh shit.
Oh man, was it Monday already? Come on.
Dang it. Yeah. Oh man. Sounds great. Yeah. Yeah. When we're done here, jump on YouTube and search Ultra 3 trike races or something silly like that, and it's all night long drunk dudes on tricycles racing in a circle. It's pretty rowdy. Guys throw fireworks in there, like the big mortars that like you launch out of the tube. Guys just throw them in there. They don't go anywhere if they're not in the tube. There's not, it's like a shotgun shell. It won't project if it's not in a tube. So they just throw mortars down in the, it explodes, and yeah, gets a little rowdy. Yeah, that rear axle's way too far back.
I'm just gonna move that on frame right there. That's a good
right about there. That'll work. I think I have a spare front 44 housing I can send you.
Yeah, I'll have to get I'll build one. Like I said, I've never been like a huge fan of the 6x6s, but I think if I were to build one, This would be where it's at. I do believe. I mean,
Should be fun.
basically everything's on the front axle at that point.
Yeah.
Gonna have 2 9-inch rear drive shafts and then one 45 mil drive
Yeah.
shaft in the front.
You're gonna have the front drive shaft is 2 yokes, and then
Yeah,
the rear is 2 extra long deluxe cut to lengths.
yeah, basically motor on front axle.
Yeah. You could do a motor on axle 6x6,
I feel like that's been done before.
probably. I don't know. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to 6x6 stuff.
I do have the Green Beast.
Yeah.
Green Beast is cool.
I'll gladly sell you 3 super lights. I bet you would. I do need to order some drive shafts, though. I need to order a couple of drive shafts and a transmission for the Metal Masher truck. I need to get rolling on that so I can get it sent to Matt. So JJ, don't be surprised if you see an order come through for me in the next couple days.
Yeah, I could take quite a bit out of there.
A scaled out MOA is still something I think needs to be done. I can't say that I disagree with you. I would like to see it as well.
That looks like I could chop the front off and put that that Ranger body on there.
Yeah.
That little samurai.
Yeah. You could put the Trail Ranger, the Axial Trail Ranger body on it.
What I've accidentally created is the new 124 scale stuff for next year.
Yeah.
I'll just create everything of brass, and then I basically have the leading competitor for the 24 scale stuff next year.
Yeah. I'm curious what the tallest 24 scale, like the SCX 24 based tire is right now.
Oh, yeah.
On a 1-inch wheel, like, you know, on a standard.
I want a 5-inch tall, 1.5-inch wide
with a
on a 1-inch
on a 1-inch wheel. Yeah.
I want a 2-inch wide brass wheel spacer.
Yeah. I am curious what the biggest STX 24 wheel or tire is right now.
Somebody's got comment in there on here.
Yeah. Josh showed one of the new tires on last week's Scale News update, the new tire for the 24 scale, and he said how tall it was, but I don't remember what it was, but it was a reasonable height tire.
Let's
see how many millimeters you're off by.
Oh man, it's. I mean, this isn't the professional way to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it is.
All 65 millimeter. Don't think is near the tallest. Yeah, that's what I thought. But
all right, so I got a 70 millimeter gap in between 475s.
Yeah, it's a little much.
I could easily take. Let's see. Honestly, that gap would be all right. Not that gap. I want to do like a scale 6x6. All right, so if I brought that gap, if I shortened those links by probably 50 mil, I think we'd have something. That would get.
I'm curious how you ended up 50 millimeters off on your link measurements.
I don't know.
That's a lot.
I don't know. That's a lot. That's. I don't know. I think I actually created a straight set of high-low links with the rear. Yeah, I think This would be more like the wheel gap I would hope to see
Yeah.
about 20 mil between. But
Yep. I would.
I'd be cool with that. That looks a little bit better.
If you're gonna do that, I would probably split the difference between the links to keep some length on the rear set.
On the third axle.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a super short set of third axle links. I would obviously measure your wheelbase and see where you actually want your wheelbase to be, but I would try to split the difference between those sets.
Yeah. Somebody buy these pit bulls. They're actually really nice. I might actually take them off because I think if I do a build, I'm gonna keep them. I might have them a bit too high. I don't know. I'm open to feedback. I don't sell stuff really, so other than new stuff, I don't sell used stuff. So I don't know what a fair price for anything is these days. Those are the
Those are
sticky
at
rock beats.
120 with wheels on the website right now.
I do have these. These are kind of fancy. These are gonna make that gap look horrendous. I'll tell you that much.
What are those? The Proline?
Yeah, the like Michelin.
Yeah.
The grunts.
Yeah, that's what it is.
See, I don't know. I might keep that wheel gap pretty short because it'd be cool to see like a small, like a tiny tire 6x6.
I mean, realistically, you could with the front skid, with the skid being as forward as it is, you could do a 419 setup on it.
That looks embarrassing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't believe you got that far off.
As a friend, I'm gonna tell you that's pretty bad, bud.
You're fucking up, bud. It was that conversion from inches to millimeters, wasn't it?
Oh man, that'd be no. I don't even. I try not to use inches ever.
Yeah.
That's the thing at work. All the drawings are in millimeters, and all the like old school people that they hired in for assembly, they're like, "What's this millimeter?"
My tape measure doesn't have millimeters.
Yeah.
Wesley, you better bring that to Crawlapalooza to wheel with JJ's 8x8.
Okay, wait. Is it our 8x8?
No, probably not.
Oh man. I got excited. I want to see that 10x10 come out of the woodwork.
I really do too. Thing? I don't know where it went last.
What does it need to be completed? We could get this thing rocking.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, who haven't been around, when did we sell that chassis? 7 years ago or so? 6 or 7 years ago or so?
Yeah. It was before I moved down here, so it was probably like 2016. Had to be.
Yeah. Customer wanted to build a 10x10, and so we had a 10x10 chassis laser cut. And from what I remember, he started mocking it up and realized how much it was going to cost to build all those axles and shocks and links and whatever. And then he sold it to somebody else. Then it ended up at an event as a raffle prize or something at an event, and somebody won it. And that was the last time I saw it, was somebody won it at an
event. I believe that chassis was like 52 inches long.
And it was like 5.5 pounds or something like that, or 6 pounds of steel.
Because I think I spec'd out 3/16 steel for it.
I'm pretty sure it was 3/16.
I didn't trust 1/8 on that.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy. It had to get shipped in like a 6-foot cardboard tube.
Yeah, like 6-inch tube.
Yeah.
We're looking for it. Where to go? Let's see it. Let's get the thing.
Yeah, If somebody can find that, that'd be great. Brian Perkins says, I have a pic of it next to my bomber somewhere. I probably made your bomber look like an SCX 24. I remember seeing it mocked up at one point with at least a handful of axles under it. Yeah, it wasn't completely mocked up, but it had multiple axles underneath it. Sounds like your neighbor kids are having fun again.
Yeah, it's finally below 100 degrees, so the kids come out to play.
Yeah. Did you get those grunts from Tim Weiss?
They are, yeah, because they're on actual method wheels.
I had those here for like 2 years.
Go cheap on wheels. That man spins on wheels.
Yeah. So those were here for like 2 years.
These?
Yeah, while he was waiting the whole setup, the wheels and tires. He had shipped them to me with a truck that he wanted me to make links for at one point, and it was just a back burner type project thing, and I finally got it done after like 2 years. It was sitting on the shelf, and one day I was finally like, you know what? I have an extra hour. I'm going to go ahead and do these. It's been here for 2 years. I could spend an hour on it.
I thought I ran these. Oh, good.
And so finally I got the truck done and sent it back to him, and then I think right after that he sold those to you.
I thought I had ran these, but man, they still have like the mold release compound on them.
Yeah.
Still pretty fresh.
Tim Thompson says he wants your 8x8. Saw some guy at Axial Fest had a SCX6 6x6. Thing looked huge in the pics. I can imagine that would be really big.
SCX 6x6?
6x6, yeah. It would probably weigh 35 to 40 pounds. I certainly wouldn't want to carry that one back to camp.
Oh my gosh. No, I think I'd call in a record. Hey, I got the strangest request for you.
Yeah, can you guys haul an RC car back? It's only like a half mile, but I'm not walking.
Not dealing with that.
Well, we're down to the sub 10 minutes left here, Mark, and if my headphones die, we will bounce real quick, but right now we're looking okay. Nice. It was stripped down to almost nothing, probably less than an RTR. The SCX 6x6 was? Interesting. Still wouldn't want to carry it.
I don't even want to carry my 10-scale trucks.
No. I have been looking at like a carry-all backpack, but I've got a really, really good Camelback backpack from when I used to race hair scrambles and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to have, we carried toolkit and whatever, spare tube and whatever. And it holds like a gallon and a half of water. So it's really hard for me to try to justify getting a carry-all backpack just to strap a truck to when my Geiger rig Camelback has straps on it too. But the carry-all bags are pretty nice. Joe Exocaged has an SCX 6x6. I guess I'm gonna have to look. Flat rail chassis, cliffhanger cab, slammed down on it. Okay. Sorry I'm late. I was watching Puddin'. My 8x8 is only around 12 to 13 pounds.
It's not bad.
That's really not that bad. I still don't want to carry it, but it's not that bad. I try to keep most of my trucks around the 5 to 5.5 pound range, fully RTR and pointed out. So
that's
other than my SCX6, it's a portly girl. Which I still have not washed from Axial Fest yet. It's still sitting on the floor, still dropping mud on the floor right next to me. It's getting worse. Getting worse by the day for Squeaky.
Go see if those groundhogs will go clean it up for you.
Yeah. As soon as it's dark out, I was gonna say I might pop the back door open and see if they're out there before I go home and take care of at least one of them.
You're just gonna leave the frame of the video, and then we're gonna hear. Like, oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yep. Brett got the 22 out again. I did just finish another AR build. 300 blackout AR build, but that's a little loud to be shooting out back here right now. 7.5-inch barrel, 300 blackout. It's a little noisy currently until my Form 1 goes through, and then I'll build a suppressor and it won't be so noisy.
What's the wait time on that stuff nowadays?
No idea.
6 months, a year.
No idea. It's already filled out and sent in, so whenever it comes back approved, I will order some stainless. I think I'm going to build the suppressor out of stainless. I could do titanium, but I think I'm just going to do stainless. We'll see. Haven't decided yet.
I have many hobbies. That's not really one of them.
Well, we'll see. Assuming it gets approved. Whatever. That's a story for another day.
So maybe I'll try and have this built for Carlapalooza.
Well, I mean, it's August and you have until the end of October, so I think you've got time to get that done.
Harley's laughing. Give me 1 week.
Yeah.
I need his Link collection. I need that box he has.
I would like to
lickety split.
I think I would like to join in on one of their build offs, or like the monthly mayhem, or like the 24 hours of mayhem. I think I'd like to join in on one of those at one point, since I have basically, so like the 24-hour builds. I mean, I have my whole shop here at my disposal. I can shut shit down for 24 hours and only work on that. So
commitment,
yeah. As long as it was something I was interested in, I'd definitely entertain the option of joining in on one of those. But we could get Wesley into it. The 24-hour builds are the most reasonable. Yeah. There's only so much you can do in 24 hours. Yeah, you can plan ahead a little bit and order some parts ahead of time, but realistically, when it comes down to it, you've only got 24 hours to figure the shit out. So
I got resources.
Yeah. Have CNC machines will make parts.
Yeah, wait. He's got to fix the lathe and then
I gotta fix the lathe. I gotta fix the lathe in the 24 hours of mayhem and then make parts for it.
Yeah. We're gonna. You can plug it in right when we say start, and see if it works, and then go from there.
Yeah. So yeah, well, like I said, when I get back from vacation, I will try to figure that thing out. I have not even turned it back on yet this week, so who knows? I might turn it on and it might have fixed itself. Fuck, it broke itself. It might fix itself, right?
That's how cars
not, but probably not. But hey, it's worth a shot, I guess. But anyway, it's 10 o'clock. I'm ready for going home and be back here in about 10 hours, about 9 hours actually. So thanks everybody for joining in with us tonight. Again, Harley, happy birthday, buddy. Big 40.
Yeah, dude.
I think you're 40 anyway.
Awkwardly ask, hey, how old are you?
Yeah. So next Monday, neither Wes or I will be in town. So next Monday there will not be a live stream, but the following Monday we'll be back to normal schedule on Monday evenings. So 2 weeks, and we'll see you guys again.
I'll be traversing some mountains.
Wesley's going to Colorado, and I'm going to Tennessee. So if any of you are in the Gatlinburg, Tennessee area, I will be there from I will be there from Sunday until the following Saturday. So if anybody's from the Gatlinburg area, and I'll be down there, let me know. So thanks everybody for joining us. Wesley, talk to you later, buddy. And
keep everyone posted.
Yeah, see everybody in 2 weeks.
Later.